Go. Oh yeah. Intro. The late adopter. Whoa, wait. Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily. Sometimes Monday, sometimes not. Sometimes Friday, sometimes Thursday. Sometimes 9, sometimes not. But anyways, we are here because we gotta know the current state of the market. What's up with Bitcoin altcoins, the crypto market in general, ApeCoin, Dogecoin, and everything else good that's pumping. We gotta know. So it's been a while since we did the last stream, but from time to time, I need to pop back into this and check out the charts. Look what's happening. And the question is, where did all the FUD gone, guys? Like, I look at X and there is no FUD. I look all over the place and people are just posting bullish stuff. And I believe that, it's very, very soon, even more bullish stuff is going to come out. And suddenly people are changing a little bit more. What are you going to say? They change a little bit more stance towards the bullishness than bearishness. And I think we can actually even check. Let me just open up here Brave browser. Okay, why did all my tabs close? Where did all my tabs go? Shift T? No. T, Alt T? No. Alt T, Control T. T doesn't work. Regardless, let's go over here and Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. This is this one. Right now, greed. Sell. That's probably, how we should regard this. But there is no FUD. There is no FUD, guys. There is no FUD. And I think people are ready for another pump towards the upside. Now, Jewel, as always, was telling me that, we are going to go 1 month towards the upside, give or take. 1-2 months towards the upside. Hit the Bollinger Band top. There is a Bollinger Band on the chart. Let's start with Bitcoin over here a little bit. There is Bollinger Bands up here on top on the weekly time frame, monthly time frame over here, and he notes something very nicely because over here there was extensions above the Bollinger Bands, and you can see over here extension above Bollinger Bands up here towards upside. Hit that Bollinger Band again at the top, and then move towards downside, right? So that's what he's saying. So he's looking at a couple of more months towards upside up here to hit these Bollinger Bands and then towards the downside. Now our target is still 80-90k give or take. That said, I really don't care right now about where the top is. What I care about is the altcoin season. But he said something very important. And why do we have to have anything? Why do we have to have altcoin season? And it's a really good question because why do we have to have altcoin season, guys? I said before the top hits, we still have to have altcoin season. And he said, why do we have to have altcoin season? Why do we have to have anything? Because, things can change, and that's correct. But the problem with not having altcoin season is that right now altcoins have nowhere else to go. Everything is down at the bottom. Everything is, bottoming out, sitting at the bottom at the lowest levels you can actually get them, and they're just waiting. So you cannot go even more towards downside. And why you cannot go towards downside is because everybody who wanted to buy, they are buying down here right now, right? Then number one, there are no sellers. And number one, there are also no more buyers for these levels because everybody bought. So the only thing that can actually happen, you have to go up to get any, liquidity into the market. So people who bought the bottom, very rich people, can have excellent liquidity to get out of the market, because right now they can't get out of the market. There are no sellers, there are no buyers, there is no nothing. So the only way you can get out of the market, out of the altcoins, if you have any kind of decent amount of money inside altcoins, is wait for the pump, wait for the euphoria, and then get out of the market. So you have to have altcoin season before we hit any kind of top. So where the top is gonna come at 80-90k, 100, 200, 500k, 1 million, I don't know. Before that happens, we have to have altcoin season. And that's what we are waiting for. Bitcoin doing well. We're going to talk a little bit about it. But before we start, how's everybody doing in the chat? Beauty, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's go. Good morning, EU gang. Been a while since I could stream. When wife changing money? Very, very soon, man. It's starting, man. Yo, how you doing, man? Froilas Toys. ATLA, are you ready for the pump? I'm very much ready, man. Very much ready for a pump. Just waiting. Gop, how you doing, man? Nice to have you in the chat. So let's go over here. Where are we gonna start? Where are we gonna start? We talked a little bit about FUD. There is no FUD, guys. There is no FUD, and everybody's right now waiting for Coinbase app to hit #1 in the App Store. Everybody's waiting for, some kind of money coming. This is the last line on the chart that I could actually draw this on the weekly time frame up here. And I'm a little bit, undecisive whether we actually broke that towards upside or not up here. But we are hitting, I mean, this is the last line. I mean, there is one more line over here that could be drawn something like this. But, if you draw it like this, we already broke it over here. We kind of broke it, kind of didn't over here. This is maybe the last line up here, but there are not a lot of these lines. Not only that, last time when we had the stream, we are talking about these lower lows, right? So we had a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then we had a higher high. But I said this doesn't matter that much because this over here is a bearish engulfing candle towards downside, right? So this doesn't matter. So we technically had the lows, 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 and lower low over here all the way through. But right now we are having technically a higher high up here. If we disregard these bearish candles over here, bearish engulfing candles, right now we are having higher. So unless this does another bearish engulfing candle right back down again, I think we're good, guys. I think we are very much good. And it is curving. It is curving very, very nicely over here towards upside up here. So again, around 72k levels up here towards upside. Once we start breaking these levels over here, it's just gonna explode, right? It did explode every single time before over here. Let me show you. Every single time we had this major level of resistance that we need to be broken. First one was down here at 20 something k because of these levels over here. That's was over here. The second one was around 30, 31, 32k over here, and the third one was up here at these tops up here at 44k. And every single time you come to these very major top levels, you just explode. Once you create a major resistance level, once you break that, you explode. Once you create a major level of resistance, you explode. And right now the major resistance is around, give or take, up here around 70k. So as soon as we start breaking that, we are gonna explode again towards the upside. We are not quite there, but we are bouncing very, very nicely right now. Not only that, over here on the weekly time frame, which you're gonna see up here, there is a 50 moving average that was holding us very, very nicely, and then we have this 10 and 20 moving average that we managed to hold above. Even with this bearish engulfing candle, we did not break the 20 moving average towards downside. We created doji up here 2 weeks ago, and right now this week over here, big move towards upside, big bullish candle. This is extremely bullish weekly candle. Like, it's a full candle bouncing off of the 10-20 moving average after the doji up here, higher high on the chart. It looks very good, guys. It looks extremely bullish, and we don't have any kind of divergences on the chart either over here. Everything looks nice and dandy. Not only does it look nice and dandy, the trend is pretty much broken right now over here on the chart, on the RSI chart over here. It went something like this up here, and right now it is technically right now confirmed that this trend over here on RSI is moving towards upside. Also, we are getting in the bullish cross up here on the month, on the weekly time frame on the MACD. So everything looks very, very nice and dandy. There is no reason to be having any kind of panic attack just right now or anything like that. It does look very, very nice. The question is, when are we gonna get the altcoin season, right? So over here we have Bitcoin dominance. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance a little bit, because oftentimes when Bitcoin dominance starts crashing towards downside, that's when we get the big moves. And right now over here we are I am kinda expecting this move to go towards the downside. This rising wedge towards the upside up here, this major resistance up here, the blue box up here. We are kinda into the blue box, but you can see up here how the blue boxes have been holding it very, very nicely. But over here we actually managed to break above the blue box up here towards the upside. A little bit, 60% up here on Bitcoin dominance. That's again Benjamin Cohen's target. I'm a little bit still unsure whether we're gonna do that. We can still do that. I don't know, we're gonna do that. If you break 70k, I think the Bitcoin dominance has a chance actually to pump up here towards upside. So we're gonna check that. There's a couple of ways this can actually play out, but this is pretty much rising channel up here. It's been pushing it towards upside up here. Even this move up here is pushing it towards upside. Can we break up the this and then move towards downside? That's very probable, because like I explained and last time, when you have a rising channel, oftentimes before you actually break down, you have this one last move towards upside, then you fail that, and then you move towards downside. And if the history is to be repeated just before the big moves, you know, in altcoin season towards downside up here, Bitcoin often tends to have these big explosive move towards upside and then crashes towards downside eventually, right? So can we have this explosive move over here towards upside up here above the rising wedge? I mean, technically we can, but regardless whether we're gonna have that or not, we are becoming very, very bullish. Now this is only a question of time when this actually breaks down. Not quite just there yet. Still watching it down, not quite there yet. Ethereum Bitcoin chart up here on the downside. This looks actually very explosive. I actually posted this on Telegram. Right now Ethereum Bitcoin chart is, you know, it's been trending towards downside for a very, very long time. Over here right now, it is accumulating down here at the bottoms of this channel. It had an explosive move down all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom. Pulled back a little bit and then crashed towards the downside up here. You can see how it's, you know, zigzagging over here right now. So I had this line over here drawn something like this up here, and even Ethereum chart like right now looks like it wants to go this direction over here. So this looks very, very explosive towards the upside. It looks very bullish. So it's only a matter of time before Bitcoin starts pumping. Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. That's my prediction. Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. Right now it's not outperforming just yet, but it is very, very close. And over here Ethereum, let me see if I have a clean chart up here. It is bouncing over the 200 moving average on the weekly. Up here it is you know, consolidating down here at the bottom. It had a nice pump last week up here and managed to get a higher on the chart. I think it might have gone outside of this channel over here. I don't know where this channel comes from. Might go over the channel. It looks very, very nice, but it is only a matter of time before this starts climbing towards the upside. So Ethereum also looks nice. Now, yesterday was a big pump for ApeCoin. ApeCoin did yesterday 100% move from the very bottom towards the top, 137% move. From the very bottom to where it up, 150% move. Now, why did ApeCoin did 150% move? Is because ApeCoin just launched ApeChain, and ApeChain pumped ApeCoin 150%. So all of these NFT guys are extremely bullish on X, and they're talking about, you know, this and that. So this could actually lead to a new mega, you know, pump into the NFTs and, you know, all of these gaming coins and stuff like that. Because ApeChain is not just, you know, we are just upgrading some, you know, chain with something or something like that. It's all entirely new chain. And the question is, how will this affect, you know, meme coin market? If you remember meme coins, there was a lot of meme coins. There are still a lot of meme coins on Solana. Probably the most meme coins are on Solana right now. The question is, will ApeChain be used for meme coins? I did see some new meme coins popping up on ApeChain, but I'm a little bit unsure whether that's gonna, you know, whether people are gonna start using ApeChain for meme coins. If ApeChain gets adopted for the meme coins, it's gonna have the same effect like Solana had, and it's gonna explode, right? But ApeChain already managed to get above the 50 moving average up here on the weekly time frame, bounced big time up here from this bottom up here, sitting right now at 145 48 or something like that. So this is actually very, very good. Another you know, indication that, you know, meme season is on the way is Dogecoin, and Dogecoin is also having a very, you can see these, you know, this moving averages, this on the weekly time frame, guys. These moving averages right now over here, 250, 10, 20 moving, all moving averages are down here. Big move outside above these moving averages right now, and right now consolidate up here. Can we have a pullback down here before we go? One more week down before we go. It could happen, but even Dogecoin right now is getting ready for the next move to like towards the upside up here. This consolidation pattern up here, I think it's mostly done. If it's not already done, like already bullish, we got already bullish cross on the weekly time frame, higher high up here, higher high over here. There is nothing wrong with the chart, very, very bullish chart, and right now we are looking for the next move towards the upside. So if Dogecoin starts pumping, you know what's gonna happen with meme coins. All meme coins to the moon, guys. All meme coins to the moon. So I'm looking at these, you know, important coins like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, ApeCoin right now because of the ApeChain. They're all everything is looking very, very nice and dandy. Now I do hope that ApeCoin doesn't do the thing that the thing that XRP always does. So anytime XRP has 100% pump, it just goes right back. Anytime XRP moves very fast towards upside, it just pulls back. It just pulls back. So I hope that ape chain doesn't do that. Dr. Fragrance, how you doing, man? Born ready. Everybody's born ready. Need a fat candle to all-time high. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Like, when it starts going, it's gonna go fast, guys. You know that. Powell speaking today. I don't know if anybody's speaking today. I really don't care. The charts are telling us that we are bullish, and we are bullish by default because of the charts. Right now, Bitcoin is down 0.4% up here. That's this little bit move towards downside, but that's kind of expected on a Monday morning when the new candle opens and a new move starting. Now, yesterday, I want to also tell you a little bit about trading and stuff like that, because I know a lot of you guys are doing that. So over here, when ApeCoin was doing this move over here towards the upside, this was exhaustion pattern up here. This exhaustion pattern oftentimes break towards downside, but this was this already up here. It was already like 50% move. Up here was already 50% move towards upside on ApeChain. Now there was a person shorting this move towards downside, and this would actually have been a legit good short if it hadn't been for the ApeChain, right? So if you have some kind of random pump, and the random pump goes, you know, very fast towards upside and starts doing this rising wedge towards upside, there is high probability this is just gonna pull back right back down again, right? If something pumps without any kind of big news or anything like that, there is a very good chance to dump towards downside. And that's also over here. So, you know, getting a short over here and hoping it's gonna break down, that's actually a very good strategy. Unfortunately, when something big happens, and if there are big news like ApeChain popping out, you don't do that, right? It's very important. You know, keep your head cool. Another thing is when stuff pumps 50 or 70%, when you see any kind of coins pumping 50 or 70%, I learned my lesson like several times on this over here. If something pumped 70%, trust me on this one, it can pump 90%. If something pumps 40%, it can pump 60%. Just because something is up 50, 60 does not mean that he has to pull back then and there. It's gonna pull back eventually, maybe. There is a good chance for that. But when stuff is so explosive, be very careful, because it goes very fast. If it continues going from 50 to 60, 70, it goes very fast. Like over here, when it was already doing 50%, it did another 30%. Really fast towards the upside, and then it started consolidating. But this is on the 15-minute time frame. So if we are going to talk about ApeCoin is going to dump back down, I would like to see at least something on the daily, something like that on the daily, or even better, something on the weekly time frame up here, you know, some kind of rising wedge on the weekly time frame. Now there is a high probability on these big time frames that it's going to pull back eventually. Then looking at the 15-minute time frame and hoping it's gonna pull back. It's just a little bit interesting information, but this is legitly, you know, place where everybody, you know, you should definitely, you know, short down here towards downside. Unfortunately, shorting up here on coins that move very fast is very bad idea, right? And if altcoin season pops up very soon, you will see a lot of coins popping like 20-30% every single day. And when they do that, shorting this coin just because I'm just gonna short because it's up 30% is a bad idea, because if it did 30%, it can just continue doing 30% another day as well. And I've noticed that a lot in the previous bull market, like stuff like anytime you think it's gonna pull back, it doesn't pull back, it just continues going. So right now, even shorts, even short-term short, even like those pullback shorts, I'm just gonna, you know, short a little bit, is a very bad idea. Now that's my 5 cents on the trading, so you know, you do that with the information what you want to do with that information, not the financial advice. But it's only long from here right now, because it is very scary to short, because when stuff pumps, it doesn't pump just 1-2%, it pumps like 10-20%, and regardless whether you got 10x or 20x, you're gonna get liquidated so fast, you know. When we are when we are shorting in a bear market, if it pumps like 1-2%, you know, even if you enter at wrong position, you can still survive it, because it's gonna turn around and go back down again. Unfortunately, when your stuff is very much bullish and you try shorting in a bullish scenarios, it goes very fast and everybody gets liquidated. So it's only a matter of time because everybody gets liquidated on the short position and we just explode towards the upside. There are no more shorts, only longs, and once the longs takes over the shorts, and you'll see over here also on ApeCoin, like, why do we have to have altcoin season, guys? And this is the reason why we have to have altcoin season, because altcoins are down at the bottoms, guys. Altcoins are down at the bottom. There is no way more to go. So all of the people that wanted to buy, they bought down here, and now they need price to go up so they can sell. Because you cannot, if you bought, you know, for $1 million down here, there are no sellers. You cannot exit the market down here. You have to understand it. You have to have pumps. You have to have pumps where you can actually sell. So you gotta have price moving towards upside. On altcoins that are down, everything is down, like literally everything, right? Everything is down. So if you bought down here, you have to have big pumps to sell. So if you don't believe me, try buying a lot of something that has, you know, volume like, you know, $3,000 a day, and try selling million of that, you know, down here. It's impossible. You cannot sell. You cannot get out. And the only way rich people can get out of the altcoins right now is by having nice, sweet, juicy altcoin season where we pump to the moon, exit liquidity pops in, they can get out. That's the only way, because right now everybody is trapped down on the bottom side. If you have any kind of big money down on the bottom, it's really hard to get out. It's really hard to get out right now. So that's why we need to have altcoin season before we actually have a, you know, any kind of bear market in Bitcoin. And so forth, so forth. It looks good, guys. Cannot complain right now. Everything looks nice and dandy. Like we said, dominance up here, you know, tapping these stops up here. Just waiting a little bit. Bitcoin's doing very, very nicely. Bullish engulfing candle up here. Not bullish engulfing, like exploding towards up higher high. Curving very, very nicely. Ethereum doing well. The only thing we didn't look at is DXY. How is DXY doing? DXY is recovering like crazy up here. On the monthly time frame, it is hitting these moving averages up here, so we're still expecting this to get rejected eventually. Maybe we're gonna see that. Everyone else pumps my alt dumps. It happens, man. It happens. The trick is actually holding. Even I did make mistakes. You buy altcoin down at the bottom, but but these other sorry about that. Even I made this mistake. Like, you buy altcoins at the bottom and you wait and you wait, and everybody else altcoin pumps, but your altcoin is not pumping. So you sell your altcoin, buy something else, then the coin you sold pumps, and then the new coin is not pumping anymore. Yeah, it's all about, you know, positioning yourself and waiting. There is no other way. You position yourselves in the altcoins that you believe in. You sit down and buy as cheap as you can, and you just wait. Just wait, because eventually everything pumps. Eagled. The only thing I know about Eagled is that Crypto shielded this thing over here in the previous bull market. And where did he shield this over here? He shielded it right at the top. And right over here. This is the part he shielded. So it was going something like this over here towards the upside. And right over here he started shielding the Eagled. And I remember the videos because I was following Eagled. And as soon as Crypto started shielding this, it started going up here because of the pump, and right back down again and broke down. But here you can see the pattern that we just talked about on the Bitcoin dominance. So you got this rising channel over here. And oftentimes these rising channels tend to break up, but they come right back down again. So you got a big move up here, rising channel, explosive, and then right back down again, and that's over, right? So after this explosion outside these rising channels on the big time frames, they tend to often pull back. So if you look at Bitcoin dominance over here, this rising channel up here, can it explode up here right now towards upside and pull back? I mean, that's a very high probability move right now. So 60% might get hit, but you know, it could just, you know, turn around over here and just go right back down again. There's that. Yes, that happened to me in Luna before it crashed. Glad I was out though. Nice. Nice. Anyways, right now, let's go back to EGLD just to look at it a little bit over here right now. Yeah, I mean, it is consolidating. And you'll also see right now a lot of these boxes on the downside. You can see up here how it's curving slowly over here towards the downside. You'll see a lot of these boxes forming down on the downside right now on a lot of coins. And these boxes are where you wanna, you know, enter the markets, right? Enter the markets right now, these bottoms. And like we said, there is no way for altcoins, there is nowhere else to go than towards the upside. Because only way these people that are buying down here can get out is if we get some kind of, you know, altcoin season and we get exit liquidity in. If you can get exit liquidity in, you can actually sell. Without exit liquidity, there is no selling. Everybody's trapped. So that's why we need to have altcoin seasons. Guys, altcoin season is coming. Bitcoin is pumping eventually. Everything looks good so far. What about the other people being shitting on a lot? I think it's a good thing. Like, if you look at ADA versus XRP, nobody's... I mean, people are shitting on XRP as well, but people are always like, XRP is good, it's just climbing towards upside, XRP is gonna be world currency, whatever, right? And if you look at Cardano right now, XRP is bad, this guy is bad. If you have a coin, I'm gonna tell you this right now, if you have a coin, before the, you know, before the euphoria hits, before the mainstream gets here, you want that coin to have a lot of FUD. You know, if your coin is right now down here at the bottom, you want the FUD to be, you know, if there is a FUD and coin is not dumping, that's actually a very good thing. They are FUDing. Why is there FUDing? Because they want to buy cheap, right? So people are not FUDing just because to FUD. They want to FUD so they can get lower prices, so they can buy cheaper. So if you have altcoins and there is a lot of FUD on that altcoin, that means that's actually a good thing, because there is organized FUD to push the price down so they can buy cheap. Right? And when it starts pumping, suddenly there is FUD away. I mean, look at the title now. Where did all the FUD go on, right? So, you know, a couple of weeks ago, when we were sitting down at, you know, 40, 50K, and everybody was calling for 30K, 20K, or whatever, right? What's the purpose of the FUD? To push the price down so you sell, so you get fear and you sell, so, you know, strong heads can buy and, you know, eventually go towards upside. You want FUD. I know ADA will blast. Of course it's gonna blast. Like, what's gonna happen with Cardano? I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna do 100x or anything like that, but it's gonna go up like everything else. Like, there is no problem with the coin. Yeah, it's been, you know, 10 years, it's not used or whatever. It's okay. You know, Cardano is not EOS. EOS, the main guy, Dan Larimer, left EOS. He pulled up 4 billion in ICO or whatever it was. He made EOS, then he gave EOS to the community and he left. At least Charles Hoskinson is still there, building, pumping, creating, you know, doing something with Cardano. And believe it or not, Cardano community is one of the biggest communities in this space. And everybody, like all of these hipster guys that are not actually crypto guys, NFT guys, hipster guys, they love Cardano. I don't know what's it about Cardano, but it's like alternative, you know, meme coin for the mainstream. I like Charles more than Vitalik. I mean, there is also that. My portfolio is being FUDed. That's good. Your portfolio being FUDed at the bottom is very, very good thing, man. It is a very, very good thing. So FUD is good. Euphoria is bad. When people start talking, do you know when you should actually be worried about portfolio? If your portfolio is being, you know, talked in very big words. If Crypto comes and like with Eagle, start talking about this is the next best thing, then it start to sell. When people FUD is not starting to sell, that's when people are buying, right? You gotta change the way you look at the things. Well, there is a lot of sun coming out from the skies over here back there. Anyways, guys, just a little bit, you know, update on what's happening. You know, everything looks good. I mean, Bitcoin is at 68K. That's only 4,000 below all-time high at 72K. Only 4,000. 4K. You know, there is no way you can FUD Bitcoin. Like, I mean, we had FUD. We had all of the FUD we could have. Like, there is no more FUD you can have. Remember down here how much there FUD there was? Remember, like, when I down sitting at 49K up here, wanted to push down even, like, it's gonna go to 30K, like, do you remember the fear? There was extreme fear levels. We were looking at the fear and green index, extreme fear levels. And what were they saying? Like, People are in fear, people are buying. So when you have FUD, that means people, some, you know, strong hands are buying, trying to push the price down. When you have strong euphoria, when you have strong shilling, right, there will be, you know, influence of shilling this and that coin. You know, when there is strong shilling, that means there is strong selling. Yes, price is going up because, you know, the dumb money is coming in. But when you have shilling, that's when there is selling. When you have FUDing, that's when there is buying. So when you have fear on the bottoms, when you have extreme fear and a lot of FUD, that's when strong hands are buying. And we have a lot of shilling, a lot of euphoria at the tops. Then when that is when the smart money is selling, right? So it's a little bit inverse when it comes to investing. You want to buy the fear, you want to sell the, you know, euphoria. Shellcoin, I'm out. I remember the fear. Yeah, exactly. Everybody remembers the fear. This means have been fun, but so guys, don't worry. You know, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Now before we go, there is one more thing I can you know, talk about quickly over here, because I think it's interesting. I don't really know. So my theory is, let's go to the logarithmic chart up here, because it's a big chart. It's a big chart, and let's have a clean chart over here and the logarithmic chart. So it's a big chart. So like we said last time, beside this top up here, every single top came in December, right? December. Over here, this is December over here, and over here this is April. So this top up here came November, December over here, right up here in November, and right now we are coming to December up here. Where is December up here? 2025, but it is the wrong date, right? So this is 4 years. Sorry, this is 4 years up here from 2013 to 17, 4 years, and then you have 4 years over here, right? And right now you can see up here, you know, we should technically have the top in 2025, December 2025, if it is to follow the same, you know, way up here. Everybody expecting top in 2025. Now, I've been thinking a little bit about this, where the top is gonna come in 2025, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, if we pump the 1890K right now, after this move, until December, can there be a top in 2025? Technically it can. It can be just like over here, you know, double top or something like that over here, double top over here. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, don't count on that. It might happen, it might not happen, but when it pumps over here, and if you see altcoins, you know, memes, altcoins, you know, starting to, you know, explode towards the upside, I would say don't count on 2025, because it does seem reasonable that, you know, 2025 over here should be the top, December 2025, but maybe, just maybe, this time is gonna be different. Like over here, there was a different, right? Over here we had a top in June, over here in April, like this is June, this is April. Top. Maybe this was all, you know, first cycle over here. I don't know. Does this line go all the way back down to 4 years, give or take? Yeah, 4 years up here, maybe something like this. Do you see that? 4 years, give or take, maybe. Maybe top is 2025. I don't know, but I'm just not counting on that right now, because I don't know what's gonna happen. On the other hand, if we do pump right now to 1890K and altcoins do explode, you can bet your sweet monkey ass that during, you know, at least the first start of the year, 6 to 9 to 10 months, there is gonna be so much FUD, so much bleeding again. And I don't know if I want to go through the bleeding again. December is first point of getting out, March is the final one. I don't know. We gotta check it out how it plays out. But right now, everything points into the direction that December right now seems to be at least the next point, because we already had a consolidation for 7 months. We already had a consolidation for 7 months, so it is very probable that we are gonna have another move towards upside. So, you know, altcoins, if they don't do 10x, they're gonna at least do 3 to 5 to 10, you know, x again before another consolidation into forever, right? With Trump in a rate cut, and I think set Bitcoin to 100K. All-time high pre-halving, so things are speeding up December. Bitcoin all-time also pre-halving, so things are speeding up December. Now, all-time high didn't come pre-halving. All-time, you know, it came on the halving, because halving was actually on the same date up here. Yeah, that didn't happen, you know, before when we had the halving up here. I think halving is up here. We came very close to the top. Over here, we came very close to the top. Over here, we came to the top, but, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, are we still gonna have this, you know, slow, like, look at this curvature over here. Are we gonna have the same kind of curvature up here and then explode over here towards top? I don't know. These big time frames and, you know, big predictions, what's gonna happen in 2025 or 20, you know, in 10 years or whatever, they're really hard to figure out. They're really hard to figure out. But the next move is not. Wow, there's too much sun. Wait. There we go. But these next moves are not. These next moves are always easier to figure out than long-term moves. So right now we are waiting for the next. We had consolidation, we had fear, we had you know, so you know, euphoria is next. Anyways, guys, quick and dirty update on what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button on the way out, and there is a link down in the description for our Telegram public channel. If you want to join that, you're welcome to do so. And I'll see you guys around. Enjoy the day. It's gonna be all right. FUD is good, euphoria bad. Remember that. Building, we're gonna make it. Yacht. Now we don't have to buy yacht. Mladen is gonna buy us yacht and we're gonna party on his yacht. Bye guys, have a nice day.